Well, I realized that there was a person out there for me. And it wasn't you, Eric.
Well, thanks a lot.
Oh, okay.
It was Travis. That was my plan all along. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to Otaku Tuesday.
On Bookend Gaming, that's us.
Specifically Travis.
Oh.
And
I'm...
Eric. You were supposed to say your name after that.
Oh, I thought you were like doing a joke
Just
or something.
Me. Just me. It's the me show.
Just Travis. I see.
All
Okay.
right. Let's go.
I don't know. Let's go. All five of us are asleep on the floor.
She scared me with
Anyways.
the Natsuki neck break. She deserves to pay.
We talked quite a bit during that. We lengthened the episode even more.
I know,
but
but
oh well.
it's okay. Some things need to be said.
They're breathing strangely, but most likely due to all the crying from a few hours prior. I feel something hard in my pants.
They're all asleep.
I reach out and pull out Monika's pistol from my pocket. Well, what do we do now?
Which one do I kill?
I feel more lost and confused than ever. Monika is completely broken. The other girls and I know the truth. How are we supposed to connect back together? How many more sacrifices do we have to make in order for us to be good again? I don't want Monika to die, but these horrible things. How can I expect the girls to forgive her? Watch it be the bad ending to save her?
Yeah. Reset.
I crawl over to my bed and rest my back against it. I hide the Nambu under my bed and let out a sigh. What a situation I found myself in. What a predicament. I want to help Monika, but how else are we supposed to save someone who thinks we aren't real? Well, I mean, she thinks you are now, right?
Yeah.
As I think about this, I can't help but half-heartedly believe her. Those things showed me all those horrific nightmares. She's been going through literal hell for the last few months. While me and the others have been getting better, she's been getting worse. How do I fix this?
Delete the mod.
I can't. Before I close my eyes, I feel someone brush up against me. Monika! What? Who's there?
Oh, sorry, Eric. I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, it's you, Yuri. That's okay. I'm just shaken up all over all of this.
So am I. But I think I understand why Monika did what she did, because I'm smarter than all of you.
It's just going to explain exactly what we just said. Yeah, she explained it to me.
Oh, she talked to you?
Yeah, she's been through a lot. She started talking to someone that wasn't me, though. I don't know what that was all about. Like, the entire time it felt like she wasn't talking to me at all.
Shut up, Eric. Eric's trying to talk to Monika.
I'm a vessel. I think this whole situation has gone to her head.
Actually, Eric, I think I know what Monika means. I read a book about a situation very similar to
Have you ever
hers.
seen The Truman Show?
Yeah. That is The Truman Show.
Oh, wow.
It's about this boy who finds out his entire life has been a TV show. So he goes insane trying to break out of this fake reality he's found himself in.
Weird.
Y'all can, PayPal me. Perhaps Monika was cursed with knowing this fact, and she's been trying so desperately to break free. And somehow she realized there really is someone out there watching her. Whether or not it's true, it's probably the only hope she's ever clung on to. I just wish she'd realized we're all here for her too. This person she wants to meet, what if she can't reach them?
I lay my head back and look at the ceiling. What if Yuri is right? What if there is some otherworldly being watching us? Oh, no!
Oh my god.
The one who just punched his microphone.
He's trying to break in!
What if this really is just some game? How am I supposed to cope with that?
Eric, you're worried, aren't you?
About what? For Monika?
Well, yes, but I mean us not being real. That we're all in just some sort of game. Like, if we have to cut this into 2 parts, we will. We'll just find a cutting point, and
Yeah.
we just won't have an intro in the second part. People will understand.
Do you think we should quit?
No, because
Okay.
I'd hate to quit and then come back and it'd be like 5 minutes.
That's okay.
You know?
Just finale it.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
keep
just
going.
a long finale. Think for a moment. Are you able to form your own thoughts?
Sometimes.
That'd be hilarious if there was like a multiple choice there. Yes or no?
Well, that's a little bit of a stupid question. Of course I can. I think good sometimes.
And remember when Monika said we all acted different? Especially you. Think back to the first week of literature club. How did you feel?
Well, I remember being mean to Sayori, kind of.
Exactly. You came to realize how poor of a friend you were being.
I looked down in shame. Guess that much was obvious to the others, too.
I don't remember you being a jerk to her by any means.
You were kind of rude to her. Because the
Yeah.
first thing you say is my annoying neighbor girl.
Yeah, that's true.
And then, like, I remember because I didn't really like him. Because he, like, kind of
yeah, I guess
felt
it's
like
been
he
a while, I
owned
don't
her
remember.
and, like, you'll never get a boyfriend with your stupid shirt like this. And,
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember that. Sorry, Eric, I didn't mean to offend you. But do you get what I mean now? If we go along with Monika's story, you've changed in her eyes. And perhaps on some marvelous epiphany, you came to realize that you should care for Sayori.
Sorry, I don't speak good.
On some marvelous epiphany is just a weird sentence. Maybe this game Monika talks about wanted you to save her. And it punished Monika for her deeds and intentions.
I look over at Monika. Her breathing slowed down to a soft, gentle rhythm.
She wanted to hurt me too. She terrified me, right down to the bone. But I can't bring myself to be angry at her.
I suddenly feel guilty for feeling so much rage earlier. Just like these girls. Monika was hurting too, and the fact that Sayori was the only one to notice it this entire time. I once again failed to realize in how much pain my friend was in. Screw the idea that we're not real. If I'm able to feel these emotions, I know I'm real. This is where I belong. And Monika, well, we'll have to do everything we can to help her.
Even Natsuki, she wants nothing more than a safe place where she can be herself. We're all broken individuals, but you're there for us, Eric. You're there for Sayori, you're there for Natsuki, and you're there for me. While it'll take some time, Monika will accept us. We're her friends. No game is ever going to change that.
Natsuki's like, I'm still mad.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch her still.
I take a look at Monika, still sound asleep. Yuri's right. I don't agree with what Monika did, but I think that all she needs is a little bit of love from her friends. Maybe you're right, yeah. Yuri is already fast asleep, her head resting on my bed. Okay. I lay my head back again and let out a heavy sigh.
She's just a sleep talker.
Yeah.
None of that.
Things are going to be different around here. For better or for worse, I do.
Okay.
I open my eyes quickly and look at all the girls. Phew, they're still here. In the sunlight, it's easier to see the tear-stained faces on all the girls, including Yuri.
That was really messed up. Doesn't matter. Had sex.
I lift myself up and walked over to Sayori. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have stayed in the bed with her.
What do you
With
mean?
Yuri.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
would have, like,
whatever.
slept on the floor.
There's a gun under that bed, though.
Hey, Sayori, wake up.
Oh, Monika.
Yeah. I haven't really thought of how all this is going to affect us in the long term, and now I have no idea what to do. It's going to be okay, Sayori. We just need to have a calm discussion with her.
But she tried to kill me!
Oh, she's the one that's still mad.
And she wanted to do horrible things to Yuri and Natsuki, too.
Yes, I know that.
And she made you feel really bad, too, remember? I mean, to a lesser extent.
This is surprising, to say the very least. I mean, oh no, it is the bad end. She's going to break up with me.
Yeah, she's gonna be mad now. You'll get your Monika. Are we gonna go back and do the other choice?
Are you happy with your choices now?
Yeah. Hope you're happy.
Hurt you hurt Sayori's heart, you demon. I mean, I kind of expected Sayori to be the one who would be nice, calm, and forgiving, but it makes sense that she's angry. Who wouldn't be? I assume Sayori's yelling scared Yuri and Natsuki awake as they slowly pick themselves up off the floor as well.
I see you guys are up discussing matters. The hell is there to discuss? Monika's a fucking bitch. Natsuki, please, calm down. Me? You're telling me to calm down? There's a murderous sociopath right here in front of us.
Yuri places both of her hands on Natsuki's shoulders.
Calm down. Shut your stupid mouth. This is the last thing any of us need right now. We need to think about this rationally. Ugh, you just don't understand. It's probably easier for you. All you did was cut yourself for enjoyment. At least you enjoyed what you were doing. Natsuki.
Natsuki tears up and
You've ruined everything.
runs out of my room. Shit. We're already falling apart. Yuri rolls up her sleeve and runs her finger down the various scars she has. They're already healing nicely.
Bumpy. These scars remind me that the past is real. A painful reminder of what I did to myself. Monika didn't do this. I did this to myself. But all wounds heal. These scars not only serve as a reminder that the past is real, I tear my heart open just to feel, but they also represent my body forgiving me. I hurt my body by tearing my arms apart, and yet it still heals. These wounds Monika has afflicted upon us, they cut deep. Sayori, you wanted nothing more than for us to be happy, and Monika made you think that because of you, none of us would be happy.
Sayori looks away.
You're right, Yuri. But these wounds, they healed, did they not?
Sayori slowly nods. I'm finally understanding what Yuri means. Yuri rolls her sleeve back down.
As for Natsuki, she's a broken girl. A lot of her childhood has been filled with constant abuse and torment from her father. She's a lost cause. She's stubborn, immature, and sometimes annoying. But she's my best friend. I know her well. I can guarantee she wants nothing more than the club to go back to normal. She just needs time to cope and understand. She needs time for her wounds to heal.
Do you think she means what she said right now?
I don't think so. But then again, she's not entirely wrong.
Right. I understand. I look over at Sayori, who still has her eyes locked on the unconscious club president. What are you thinking, Sayori?
We could put a pillow over her head and shoot her and no one would hear it. I don't know. She did so many terrible things. She's almost a murderer. So why am I feeling so bad for her?
Eric pressed yes.
I wrap my arm around Sayori and hold her close to me. Do I lose your friendship too?
No, it's fine.
What's wrong with me, Eric? I should be angry. I should hate Monika for what she did. But I just can't.
It's okay, Sayori. I know how you feel. For once in my life, I can finally relate to how Sayori is feeling. Monika tried to kill the love of my life. The sweet, kind, gentle Sayori who wanted nothing more than for everyone to be happy. And yet I can't bring myself to hate her for her actions. It's just too hard.
It's a lot of work.
Suddenly, in the midst of Sayori and I's emotional outburst, Monika starts waking up.
Monika?
Monika still looks completely crushed, her face stained with tears from yesterday. Sayori breaks free of my embrace and looks just about ready to explode. I place my hand on her shoulder, but she knocks it away.
Do you still want to kill me, Monika? I slept in a brawl last night. It really hurts. Why don't you take the gun and use it on me instead?
Sayori, remember what I said earlier.
Sayori suddenly looks guilty and steps back.
I'm sorry, Monika. I'm just so confused.
Sayori clings onto my arm. Monika refuses to look at any of us. Her eyes are completely devoid of any emotion other than complete hopelessness. It's almost pathetic.
I don't even want her anymore.
Seeing such a strong-minded, strong-willed girl reach her breaking point. But then again, the stuff she goes through every day, I don't think I'd be able to bear it myself. What if it were Sayori in Monika's position? What would she do? What if it were Natsuki or Yuri? Yuri slowly starts walking up to Monika and speaks to her.
Monika, how are you feeling?
Her tone of voice is extremely calm and gentle, like a mother speaking to a child.
Lay your head on my bosom.
No. Stay away from me. I don't deserve your kindness, Yuri.
I'm just here to help you.
Monika stays silent, refusing to look in Yuri's direction.
You must be feeling horrible guilt. Is it all right? Is that right?
Monika slowly nods.
Then I'm sure you don't need reminders of what you did anymore. Let's just talk.
Monika finally looks up at Yuri, full of surprise.
You want to listen to me?
She nods and smiles warmly. Sayori and I look on in shock. The shyest girl in the club is leading this entire crusade.
Whoa! Take all the time you need. We're here for you.
Monika lets out a heavy sigh.
Well, I promised someone I'd carry on for them. I remember having this epiphany, some sort of crazy realization that I was in a world that wasn't my own. And then next came you guys, my only friends.
I believed you were nothing more than just flat characters. Natsuki definitely is.
Natsuki.
I learned how to control this world, this game.
Oh, low-hanging fruit, how I love you.
Ugh, I'm sorry. I bet this sounds incredibly outlandish.
No, it's alright, Monika. Just let it all out.
Well, I realized that there was a person out there for me. And it wasn't you, Eric.
Well, thanks a lot.
Oh, okay.
It was Travis.
That was my plan all along.
The person watching us all, the one playing this game, I'm in love with them. Oh, their name's also Eric. Well, that's confusing. Why would you choose that name?
Did that last time, too.
I was in love with the fact that they are real, just like me.
So this is who she was talking with earlier. This person she's referring to. They're the player of this game we're in. That's so bizarre.
Go on.
I
hope the player makes all the girls take their tops off.
I realized I was trapped in here. Every day got worse and worse. I tried to cope with it and grab their attention, but they just kept focusing on you three. It hurt. The game started hurting me, pushing me away while you three got all the attention. I felt so horribly selfish, but the pain was so intense I just couldn't stand it. So I realized I had the power to do things such as manipulate the game. I decided to take matters into my own hands until something sparked. Eric changed into more of a person rather than some dense placeholder for someone else. And you three, you all changed. The code changed, the game changed, and the pain just got worse and worse. I tried to make Natsuki worse by having her dad abuse her more, causing her to be more angry and irritable. But it affected me instead. That's why I kept acting so rash towards you, Sayori. I'm so sorry. And then I tried messing with you, Yuri. My plan was to make you seem crazy, obsessed. And it affected me instead. And all on a whim, I decided to crash the car that night because I wanted you all to disappear. I wasn't myself anymore. And now everything is falling apart. I realized how much you all care for me, and it made me realize I truly am a horrible person for doing all these things to you.
Delete.
Every time I close my eyes, I see nothing but reminders of how alone I am in this world. But having you with me now, maybe I'm not so alone after all.
Yuri sighs and closes her eyes. Sayori is looking elsewhere, and out of the corner of my eye, Natsuki's standing outside my door listening to Monika's lament.
I left my coat.
Sayori's like, I didn't understand any of that.
Yuri, please explain it to me.
I'm still in shock that this could all possibly be true. My whole world, my childhood, my life takes place in a damn game?
What level am I?
I sure as hell feel real, but what does this mean for us? Do I unlock skill trees at 20? I hire a being watching over me? Do they know what I'm thinking right now? Haha, we do! Can they hear me?
Eric?
Yeah?
Which one?
If Monika's right, and this is all just a silly game, does this mean our love is fake?
Oh, god damn it. No, not at all.
Did this dick feel fake?
I don't even know the answer myself. How do I truly know if what I feel is real?
Monika, you have to understand that these statements of yours are pretty intense for the four of us. Can you be sure, 100%, that everything you said is true?
Monika slowly nods her head. Sayori gasps and walks backwards slowly.
Now, hold on. I've been able to watch you all. It's incredibly obvious that you all are more than just static characters. You all show qualities of real people with real feelings and real dreams. I don't know how this happened, but I know that you all feel the same way as I. I was wrong for thinking all these horrible things about you, and I'm sorry.
Monika looks away from all of us, her eyes showing the strain of what this game has done to her. Suddenly, Natsuki walks back into my room. She stays quiet, looking somewhat guilty.
Natsuki, are you feeling okay?
I didn't mean those things, Yuri. I was just upset and scared.
Hey, it's okay. We all are. But we'll work something out.
Yuri smiles warmly, giving us all a small sliver of hope and comfort.
You know, Monika, without you, things didn't feel the same. We all really missed you.
I missed you too.
Sayori, after remaining quiet this whole time, finally speaks up. She breaks free of my arms and gets closer to Monika.
You made the club feel whole. In the 2 months you were gone, I barely even knew what to do. The day we visited you at the hospital, did none of that seem real to you?
Monika stays silent at Sayori's question for a while.
It was the nicest thing anyone has ever done for me.
Except for the stupid music sheets.
All your hugs, your gifts, your silly remarks and clumsy attitude. Those things were the closest things I have ever felt to a new reality. A reality in which that maybe, just maybe, happiness can truly be found. For all of us. Even if that means I have to leave this world behind.
Natsuki finally inches closer to Monika.
Monika, you know that you may have done some terrible things, but you also provided me with a safe place I can be in. No, you gave all of us a safe place we could be in. The literature club. If you didn't start the club, who knows what would have happened? We wouldn't have met each other.
Monika looks at her in surprise.
You aren't mad at me?
Fuck yeah, I'm mad at you. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be mad at knowing what you did? You wanted us gone, you hurt us. But damn it all, if it wasn't for your story, I don't think I would ever consider it, even for a moment, ever forgiving you. But if there's anything Yuri taught me, it's that being angry at I'm going too fast. Being angry at something.
I can't understand you!
Something that's followed forever doesn't help anybody. I think you've been punished enough as it is. I just want the damn club back the way it used to be.
Well, Monika, what are you thinking?
Monika looks down at her feet. Tears start flowing from her eyes.
I just want you guys to forgive me.
Too bad.
I'm so sorry for everything. I really love you all. But if you want me to leave...
Suddenly, Sayori runs over to Monika and wraps her arms around her.
Sayori?
Without a second thought, Yuri walks over and joins in as well.
Yuri?
I like where this is going.
I look over at Natsuki, looking a little disgusted.
Alright, to hell with it.
Natsuki runs over and hugs Monika as well.
Everything's going to be okay, Monika.
Yeah. I'll take some time, but I'm sure things will get better again.
You see, even when things look their darkest, you'll always have us. But it will take some time to get used to.
Oh my god.
Who farted?
I really don't deserve a happy ending like you all. But thank you. Thank you so much.
I did it! We did it.
Is that it?
That's gotta be it. Oh, it's not
it.
Bzz,
Uh-oh.
bzz, bzz, bzz,
What a weird dream.
bzz. My first weekend in a long while where I wake up normally. No more nightmares. No more fear. That's what I would like to think, anyway. I sit up from bed and look around my room.
Sounded like Baldy.
Just 2 days ago, we were all in here.
Wow.
Wow.
You exist.
Absolutely dumbfounded by the realization that we don't exist. At least, not in the way we thought we did. So, why do I still feel? Why do I still think? I pinch myself gently, just enough to feel a smaller surge of pain. Well, that's definitely real. I get up from bed and kneel down to look underneath it. You would feel so weird, like masturbating every time.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
somebody's watching me. It'd still ruin your whole life.
I'm sorry, God.
Yeah. The pistol Monika was going to use on herself, looking old and dated, laid there. I can't imagine being so broken down to where this is your only answer. I nearly slapped myself. This is how Sayori felt. Sayori was left feeling like nothing. Her depression ruined her to the point where suicide was her only solution. But we found a way. She found a reason to keep on pushing forward. Monika doesn't have that. It was taken from her. She has nothing in this world. Is it really good for her to stay here? No, I can't be thinking about things like this. I can't possibly be okay with the death of my friend. Despite the things she did, the harm she tried to inflict on us, I'd probably do the same thing if I was left with nothing, with no hope. What if she isn't at school today? What if she killed herself as soon as she returned home? My phone starts vibrating. It's Sayori.
Eric, you coming outside?
It was just Sayori vibrating. Yeah, I'm on my way down. Sayori doesn't sound too good either. What is she thinking right now? Her words echo back to me.
Is our love just a lie? A lie? A lie?
Is it? Is it? Is this all just a fabricated story made to make somebody happy? Does she still love me? Do I love her? I shake my head. No, I don't. No, I do love Sayori. I know I do. This situation is just getting to my head. I put on my uniform and head downstairs. Boop. Hey, Sayori.
Hey, Eric.
Not a word is spoken between us as we make our commute underneath the cloudy gray sky. I think back to last week when I assured her that Monika would be okay. When I assured her that she cares about us. I wonder if she's thinking about that too. What's going to happen at the club today? I can only wonder for now. We probably should have cut the episode a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh well.
I stand just outside.
Like I said, we can cut it into two.
The clubroom doors. I don't hear anything going on in there. Did anyone even bother showing up?
Hey.
I quickly turn around to identify a voice I already know so well. Sayori, you made it.
I wouldn't miss the club for the world.
Sayori looks past me, clearly thinking about something else.
I wonder if they're hot.
I grab her hands and interlock them with my own.
We're not.
I know it's hard, really hard, but this is the decision we made. We want to help Monika in the end, right? Sayori nods slowly. I know it's hard to forget what she did and what she wanted to do, but she still's
By the way,
our friend.
sorry, I have to derail this again.
Yeah.
In the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I happened upon a video. You know how we've had a few instances where it's like, oh my god, the Grumps have like played a game right after we finished it and things like that.
Yeah.
I found a video of Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps singing with some guy in the end by Linkin Park.
Yeah.
And I was just like, come on.
Right? It's so weird. Like, that's our joke.
I mean, it's not, but it's just weird that this keeps happening.
It does. It
Are
really,
we in a
really does.
game?
Oh. Are the Game Grumps watching us?
There's a third layer of Eric.
Yeah. It's really confusing now. You'll be okay, right? Sayori nods slowly once more. I let out a sigh and prepare for the worst. I turn back around and open the clubroom door, still holding Sayori's hand tightly. Monika is at a desk in front of the room, organizing papers. Below her is a trash can full of papers. Sheet music.
Oh, you picked the wrong one.
Natsuki and Yuri are nowhere to be found. I try to work up the courage to say something, but something stops me. Is it fear? Anger? Guilt?
They all lead
Sympathy?
to the dark side.
Why can't I say anything to her? I walk over to a desk and set my things down. I look at Sayori. She hasn't looked up since we walked in here. Was this a good idea? Should I have brought her in here? Sayori and I look up when we hear the clubroom doors open. It's Yuri, followed by Natsuki. Yuri walks by Monika without looking her way, while Natsuki shoots multiple glances at her before storming off towards the closet. The room remains silent, only for it to be occasionally broken by a pencil being tapped on a desk or a page turning. Monika's back is turned towards us. The tension in the room is almost painful. So painful it makes me want to scream.
Ah!
But I can't. I stay silent. My hand never broke with Sayori's. We're in this together, Bun.
Ew.
We'll get through this, one day at a time. A week goes by with no improvement. Monika tried speaking to us, and not a single one of us responded to her. Another week goes by. And another. And another. Sayori and I are finally working out again.
Yeah, check out these delts.
Yeah. We talk to each other more, much like we used to. But neither of us have brought up that day. The day Monika revealed the truth to us, in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
But Sayori and I are happy, and the happiness feels real to me. Sayori feels real to me. That's all I care about.
Real.
She feels real on the inside. It's nearing the holidays now. The weather has become brisk, but thanks to Sayori, I never have to worry about freezing up.
She fixed my heater.
Monika is at her desk, writing stuff down as usual. I smile lightly at her, and she returns the favor. But not a word is spoken between us. Why do we even come to these club meetings?
Right?
I haven't heard her voice in weeks. Yuri is in the back, preparing tea to help with the cold weather.
That's so unlike her.
Natsuki is in her usual reading spot, reading a manga about boxing. Suddenly, something miraculous happens. Yuri starts to walk slowly towards Monika, her eyes fixed on hers.
Would you like some tea, Monika?
You haven't offered her tea this whole time.
It's been like months.
Right. Monika looks on in shock. This was most likely the first time anybody has ever spoken to her in weeks. I mean, I get it would be awkward,
But weeks.
but like
You're in the
they
room.
go through
you're
this whole
still
thing like
going.
they forgive her, but then ignore her for a month.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would still be rough.
It would be
but
very weird.
if you're still going to show up to the club and all be around each other, and you know that she's trapped in this never-ending hellish nightmare, wouldn't you be
Right.
like, hey, interact
At
with
least
us?
offer her some tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are all the worst.
We really are. She slowly takes the teacup and brings it to her lips. The tea brings color back into her eyes, and her skin seems to glow again like it used to. She smiles.
Tea healed me.
+5 to my health.
Thank you, Yuri.
Yuri nods and returns back to her desk in the back of the room. Sayori whispers to me,
Do you think that everything is starting to be okay?
"The tea was the solution all along." I still don't know the answer to this question. But after what I saw just moments ago, I think there's a chance, a small chance, that everything will be okay again. Ellipsis.
Okay, everyone. Let's talk.
Monika takes a deep breath and calms herself down.
It's been a little while since I've tried speaking to you all like this, hasn't it? These club meetings have been kind of pointless, and I'm sorry for that. Look, I know you all probably hate me right now. Maybe you're afraid, angry, or whatever it is. I meant it, you know. I truly do care for you all. You guys are all I have. I just don't want any of you to suffer the same fate as I. Things are going to be different around here. But one thing's for sure. I'm going to make things right between us. It's my duty as club president to make things okay again. It's not easy knowing this world you belong in isn't real. But it's still our home. I should have realized there's nothing more I can do to cope with this fact. Being here with you guys, that's what makes this whole place bearable. It's not like before, where you guys were just lines of code, programmed to say lines. You guys are real tangible personalities that I've seen grow over the last few months. I know what I wanted to do. I'll never forgive myself for it, but having you guys around as my friends makes this so much easier to cope with. The reason why I lashed out and did so many irrational things was because all I felt was loneliness. I'm sure you are all doing a much better job at coping with this fact.
Monika trails off as if she forgot what she was going to say next.
Sorry, the game's missing that line of code.
Someone's messing with me. Oh god! I'm repeating myself again. I know I've already said these things.
Well,
Monika looks up at Yuri, who walks a bit closer to her.
I realized there's not much we can really do, is there? See, I don't think we should be so hung up over this. It took me a while too, but being here isn't so bad if I have you guys here with me. I've read stories like this. Most people would commit suicide, or go insane, or perform other heinous tasks to cope with the reality that they aren't real. But as you learned, where's the point in that? But so the orgy's off the table then? I'm not saying I wouldn't have done the same if I was placed in your position. I don't think we should be talking about what's possible, but rather what's placed right in front of us. We're faced with a troublesome fact. None of this is real. But this is the world I've grown to love. I've experienced hardships, heartbreak, and plenty of other things that have helped me grow as a person. I'm not ready to hate it just yet.
Yuri suddenly gets timid again and takes a step back. Monika looks down at her hands. She forms a fist and lets tears roll down her cheek.
Yuri's right. Everything I've been through, everything we've been through together, it could have been for nothing. It couldn't have been for nothing.
Natsuki closes her manga gently and stands up.
I'm supposed to say something now, too.
Aren't you forgetting what we were told you?
I'm still mad.
I care. We all care about you. What's the point in getting riled up over something you can't change? Sure, it sucks, but what are we supposed to do about it? I say, let's make the best out of life. Isn't that what you told us to do when we started this club?
Monika looks up at Natsuki.
Yeah, your writing tip of the day. No matter how bad things look in life, always look for a silver lining. Always look for a reason to keep on moving, even if it's as small as reading your favorite novel. Or manga.
I didn't understand that. You remembered?
I can never understand what this little chipmunk is saying.
Well, that resonated with me.
Monika stays silent.
I've always looked up to you. And I still do. You're taller than me. You're so strong, Monika. If I was in your place, I don't think I would have lasted a day. And I don't know if this helps, but
That's funny because she doesn't last a day when she takes over.
Right.
And
No.
She deletes it like instantly.
Uh-huh.
you're an amazing club president, bringing us all together like this.
Yeah, and she, like, thanks you for killing Monika.
Yeah.
That's like...
She's the worst.
Probably hurts so much because you truly do care. If you didn't, you wouldn't be sad right now.
So, like, getting those presidential powers, I mean, it just destroys you.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Monika stares down at the floor.
It just feels like everything I've done has been for nothing. I truly do love you guys, but I feel like I've wasted that love on nothing.
That's not true. You're the reason I got better at my pooms. You gave me a purpose when I felt like I had none.
See, I've spread that to you now.
Just like dormitory.
Right, and I say, good job.
Yeah.
You gave me a purpose when I felt like I had none. Vice president of a club. A dream come true for a girl like me. You see? You made my dream come true.
You make my dreams come true.
In the meantime, I've been here. I realized that I don't know how to read. Sometimes love can't fix everything, but sure is a nice thing to have. And that's what makes this world real to me.
I look over at Monika, who is smiling lightly under all her tears.
Oh, you guys. I really couldn't ask for better friends, nor do I deserve any. I know that I may have destroyed our trust for years to come, but I'm glad you're all in this with me.
And we're all immortal, so it doesn't matter.
We'll get through this together, because that's what this club is about. The Literature Club, in case you forgot. And we'll make it a place where happiness can truly be found. Thanks for listening to me.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Now we did it. Oh.
Oh, are you serious?
We weren't even close to being done. Time to call it.
Should we call it?
Yeah.
I guess we gotta call it. We may have to split that into two then.
I think so. That's okay.
It seemed like it was a finale. How would you not end it?
Yeah, we'll cut it here.
Oh god, yeah. That's 2 episodes. So
Hooray!
if this does end up being short, then we
Yeah.
can just tack it onto the last episode. Yeah,
Wow.
that was
That was a whole thing.
so we know. We're definitely not going to go back and delete her because
You don't think we should do the bad ending? Or do you think it's different?
I'd probably not. I bet they stop you.
Maybe.
I bet they do. Because what are they going to... Like, with this much after the choice...
I guess I could
There's no
click
way
it
they made 2 complete different
And like
games.
skip through, see if it...
Yeah, see if it's different. If
Yeah.
it's worth doing. I don't know. Oh my god. So that was a... That was a thing.
Yeah.
See you guys next Tuesday, I guess. Well, before then, because you guys are going to like, comment, and subscribe. And watch all our videos, right?
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Go back and watch DDLC.
Don't watch
Why?
Barbie
I
Horse
don't know.
Adventure.
Yes, please do. The last episode.
3 times.
I'll pop that up on screen in one of those little card things that you can do.
Game